The global financial landscape is currently experiencing a nuanced upward trajectory, significantly shaped by ongoing geopolitical developments. Key among these are the progressive Iran negotiations, which have notably contributed to a softening in crude oil prices. This easing of energy market pressures has instilled a broader risk-on sentiment across various asset classes, underpinning recent market advancements. While this dynamic has alleviated some inflationary concerns, Treasury yields have concurrently seen a slight rise as market participants begin to price in future inflation data and assess the implications of a more stable, albeit complex, geopolitical environment in West Asia. Europe is currently navigating a period of notable political flux, with the resignation of UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer introducing a new layer of uncertainty. Despite this, an intriguing market response has been observed, with both UK gilts and the British pound demonstrating unexpected resilience. This reaction suggests that institutional investors may be viewing the change as potentially leading to a more defined political trajectory. However, some strategists remain cautious, anticipating that European equities could still lag behind other global regions, even with a decline in crude oil prices. The underlying, Buy Europe, thesis is gradually re-emerging as stagflation concerns recede, but structural political stability remains a key consideration for long-term capital allocation. The global initial public offering market presents a diverse and evolving narrative. While regions like India anticipate significant listings, the broader international scene shows mixed signals. For instance, SpaceX, a highly anticipated private entity, experienced a pre-market stock fall following its blockbuster IPO, reflecting complex valuation dynamics and post-listing market adjustments. Similarly, the electric bike firm Lime is seeking substantial capital in its own IPO, illustrating continued venture interest in sustainable transport. Across Europe, the defense giant KNDS is moving closer to an IPO following a strategic France-Germany stake deal. These cases underscore varied investor sentiment and the critical importance of a nuanced valuation framework in the current global capital markets. The artificial intelligence investment paradigm continues to be a central theme, with evolving dynamics. A leading chip equipment giant has demonstrated exceptional performance in 2026, underscoring the foundational importance of hardware infrastructure for AI development. However, some market observations suggest that the aggressive AI trade has, at times, led to a relative underperformance of hyperscalers, prompting questions about catalysts for their re-engagement. In Asia, Tencent is strategically testing its own AI assistant within its dominant app, aiming to solidify its competitive stance. Furthermore, the innovative concept of deploying AI data centers in space is being explored to address terrestrial limitations. This entire sector remains on breakout watch for long-term structural investors, although it carries inherent volatility and a rapidly shifting competitive matrix. The wealth management industry is in a transformative phase, particularly in its strategic focus on ultra-high net worth families. The new arms race emphasizes highly customized solutions and advanced advisory services, as highlighted by CNBC's Elite Advisors list for 2026, which identifies premier firms catering to substantial capital. In parallel, emerging markets are presenting an increasingly compelling narrative for institutional capital deployment. The observed soaring profits in these regions are building a robust case for a potential rising bull market, attracting significant inflows from global funds. This thematic confluence points to a critical re-evaluation of established capital allocation strategies, favoring regions that demonstrate strong growth fundamentals and robust financial infrastructure. China's economic policy continues to exert significant global influence. In a retaliatory move against a Pentagon blacklist, Beijing has imposed trade curbs on dozens of U.S. firms, signaling continued geopolitical friction impacting commerce. Domestically, China is laying out an ambitious blueprint to boost the consumption of clean energy, a structural shift that will have ripple effects across global commodity markets. This is evidenced by the recent plunge in lithium prices, driven by speculation surrounding the status of CATL's mines. These interwoven dynamics highlight the complexities of China's economic strategies and their profound implications for global supply chains and commodity valuations. The global commodity landscape is a mosaic of interconnected events and localized pressures. A significant blast during a restart at a giant Qatar LNG site, leaving dozens injured and 18 missing, underscores the inherent operational risks in critical energy infrastructure and its potential impact on supply. Concurrently, Qatar is actively increasing crude exports via Hormuz, indicating strategic adjustments in response to market demands. In Australia, spot power prices have jumped due to still and cloudy weather, illustrating the vulnerability of renewable energy grids to climatic conditions. Furthermore, the European Central Bank remains vigilant on the impact of oil prices on wages, acknowledging the inflationary feedback loop from energy costs. The Indian equity markets have demonstrated remarkable resilience, with both the Nifty and Sensex indices breaching key psychological levels. The Nifty, in particular, has surged past 24,100, while the Sensex recorded notable gains, driven by several macro and micro factors. The softening of crude oil prices globally, coupled with easing West Asia tensions, has significantly bolstered investor sentiment and improved India's current account outlook. Furthermore, a supportive global liquidity environment and consistent foreign institutional inflows are providing a robust tailwind. Notably, the mid-cap segment has been shining, indicating a broadening of the rally beyond blue-chip stocks, suggesting healthy participation across market capitalization tiers. A transformative event on the horizon for Indian capital markets is the highly anticipated initial public offering of the National Stock Exchange. The NSE has officially filed its draft red herring prospectus, signaling its intent to raise an estimated 30,000 crore rupees, positioning it as one of India's largest and most significant market debuts. This IPO is expected to be a substantial re-rating catalyst for the broader financial sector and the exchange infrastructure itself. The market is keenly analyzing the comprehensive list of key risks detailed in the DRHP, ranging from regulatory hurdles to the intricacies of its eventual listing. The structural implications of such a monumental listing are profound, potentially reshaping liquidity and investment avenues. India's domestic growth narrative is strongly underpinned by robust activity in its infrastructure and defense sectors. Companies like Samay Project Services, involved in critical infrastructure projects, are exhibiting significant positive volatility expansion, placing them on breakout watch as they consolidate below key structural overhead resistance. Furthermore, the defense sector is a strategic focus, with shares of public sector entities such as BEL and Bharat Dynamics surging. This surge is propelled by news of potential major export deals, notably the BrahMos and Akashtir air defense systems to the UAE. This dual impetus from domestic build-out and expanding international defense capabilities offers a compelling long-term thesis for institutional capital. The Indian energy sector is demonstrating a direct correlation with global commodity price movements. Following a notable decline in crude oil prices, particularly after the conclusion of the first round of US-Iran talks, the Nifty Oil and Gas Index has advanced by over 1%. This reduction in global crude costs significantly benefits domestic oil marketing companies, OMCs, such as Indian Oil, HPCL, and BPCL by improving their input cost structures. Institutional analysts, including those from JP Morgan and Kotak, are now revising their outlooks, observing a recovery in fuel retail profitability. This positive shift positions OMCs on breakout watch, contingent on the sustained stability of crude oil prices and a favorable domestic regulatory environment. India's robust domestic consumption narrative continues to fuel growth across the consumer durables and retail segments. Over the past 30 days, the Consumer Durables Index has recorded an impressive gain of over 5%, reflecting strong underlying demand. Companies such as PG Electroplast, Titan, and Voltas are key beneficiaries of this positive trend. Furthermore, the retail landscape is undergoing a strategic evolution, with international luxury brands actively expanding their footprint. A prime example is Tata Clique's plan to open Lululemon stores across India, signaling deep confidence in the rapidly expanding Indian consumer market's purchasing power and aspirational demand. This sector merits a breakout watch for institutional investors focusing on long-term domestic growth. The National Stock Exchange of India is actively addressing market integrity concerns, issuing warnings against traders inside Telegram channels for offering bogus stock tips and facilitating dabba trading. These efforts highlight the continuous regulatory vigilance aimed at protecting retail investors and maintaining market transparency. Concurrently, AMFI's categorization updates are impacting market capitalization classifications. For example, BSE and Vodafone Idea are being considered for large-cap entry, while entities like Lodha and Indian Hotels may transition to mid-cap. These ongoing refinements to market architecture are crucial for fostering investor confidence, even as the challenge of mitigating the influence of unregulated financial influencers persists as a dynamic regulatory concern. In this dynamic market, effective capital allocation requires discerning high-conviction structural plays from those nearing cyclical peaks. Companies demonstrating consistent earnings growth and market leadership in sectors like defense, infrastructure, and consumer durables remain on breakout watch for their long-term value creation potential. Conversely, positions that have experienced extreme near-term overbought cycles or are confronting emerging idiosyncratic risks may warrant trim consideration. Bajaj Auto, for instance, has cleared a significant share buyback at a premium, which can be interpreted as a value-accretive capital return to shareholders, but also highlights a mature stage in its capital deployment strategy. A balanced portfolio construction, integrating macro tailwinds with granular sector-specific insights, is paramount for navigating current market complexities.